Hello, this is Harry from Picats. I want to demonstrate now the ventral palpation of the neck. We do that in two parts. First the global palpation of the muscles and the nerves, and then we go to the larynx. We put the finger, small finger, in the mouth. So the first thing we palpate is the posterior digastricus muscle, who's running dorsally before the sternocleido. My lower finger of my right hand push a little bit in the soft tissue, and with my index finger or middle finger I can palpate the posterior digastricus muscle. If we are there and we go a little bit too anteriorly, before that we see the hypoglossus nerve. The hypoglossus nerve innervates the tongue. It's a hard muscle or hard nerve, and you can press a little bit against the mandibular or against your little finger. If you go then half a centimeter to anterior, in the line from the chin, the anterior digastricus muscle is laying there. You go from medial to laterally, push against the hard surface of your little finger, and you can feel here mostly a tightness or trigger points if you want. Then I put the chin of Kim a little bit in extension and come on the myohyoid muscle. Best is to do this with two fingers from the hyoid to the chin. You can palpate it on one side, but also on this side. If she's there, I go with my finger diagonal above the larynx, and on the larynx you feel the larynx superior nerve, which is a branch of the vagus nerve, or half a centimeter lower, in the inferior part of the larynx muscle. If we did this, we can go to the sternohyoid muscle. The sternohyoid muscle is a superficial muscle who runs from the hyoid to the sternum and can give also a little pain. My finger can be intraoral, or I can also do it outside. Afterwards, we can go to the omohyoid muscle. Now, the omohyoid muscle runs from the hyoid bone to the scapula. And if Kim swallow, can you swallow? So, mostly you see this muscle coming upper on the supraclavicular region, and I can palpate him here. It gives mostly a lot of pain in the throat area and in the shoulder area. So if I did this, we have still the larger muscles who can also be involved by voice problems, the sternocleido. So the sternocleidos pars sternalis, palpate with my fingers from medial to laterally, can press with a half a kilo and look what happens if the pain is coming in the throat region. The same I can do for the trapezius. Trapezius, more in the middle part of the trapezius, 2 centimeter medial of the AC joint. The second part is the larynx palpation, and I want to take you with you to the larynx palpation now. So first we look to the hyoid thyroid muscle, who runs from the hyoid to the thyroid. It's a large muscle, and the best thing is to do it with 2 fingers. And you palpate from anterior to posterior from the midline. There's a superficial muscle who give mostly throat pain and can also radiate through the ear. Also you can look to trigger points and look if you can reproduce the trigger point. Between the thyroid and the hyoid is a membrane. It's a deep membrane, what is collagen fibers, where I can also palpate from anterior to posterior, or from posterior to anterior. Then I go lower. We come on the thyroid bone and the cricoid bone. Between this is a space, and that is the joint space where you can feel. If I go lower on the thyroid bone or cricoid bone, you feel the muscle is called the cricothyroid muscle. It's a small muscle. You put it with your finger from medial to lateral, And it gives, in most times, a local sharp pain in the throat, in the region where you get also your voice problems. If you then go a little bit with your finger in the midline, in the space there's a ligament, the ligament thyrocricoid ligament. It can give a very local sharp pain, especially by speaking and by singing. After that, we can palpate the dorsal muscles of the thyroid cricoid. For instance, the cricoid posterior, the cricoid pharyngeal muscle, and the constrictor pharyngeus. Then we put the fingers left and right from the larynx. We wait a little bit. The patient goes a little bit ahead in extension, and I ask him now to inspirate and expirate. And during the expiration, I try to come with my fingers behind the larynx, and I can do small posterior anterior movements, which is really a stretching of these dorsal larynx muscles.